Are you wondering whether Asea holds the key to unlocking your full health? In this video, we're going to delve deep into what Asea is, how it works in the body, what it does and doesn't do, so that we can ultimately answer the burning question that you have, which is, will Asea help you? Get ready for an insightful journey into this magical world of cellular health with Asea, a biotech company that has been able to stabilize active redox signaling molecules outside of the body. Now, my name is Danielle Matthews. I have a degree in biology from the University of Virginia, and I have personally been using the Asea technology since 2014. I have directly educated and supported hundreds of people in using this technology and indirectly thousands around the globe. So I have seen a lot. I've been able to interview the founder of the company, one of the scientists that helped stabilize this, the production people over there at their production facility in Pleasant Grove, Utah, and many of the members of the medical professional board. So I bring all of that to the table in helping you see if this is something that is right for you, and I want to help you on this learning journey. So let's dive in. What is Asea? I want you to consider when you cut yourself, have you ever wondered how it is that your body heals that area, how it knows to repair? As a biologist, this is something that I'm always curious about. How does the body actually work? Well, when you have damage to an area, there are damaged cells, and the cells around it know. They send out an alert. That alerts the system to go, okay, you need to come over here and repair this area. If it's a mutated cell, it might signal apoptosis, so that cell gets killed off, and then a healthy young cell replicates in its spot. This is how that happens when you cut yourself. But the same thing happens when you have something going on internally. There are calls for help that go out. Now, when you're young, the call for help is super loud. Think about when you fall off your bike at 5 years old, right? You bounce back very quickly. You fall off in your 30s, it may take a couple of days. You might be a little sore. In your 50s, you might need some PT. In your 80s, it might cause a spiral of cascading events that, ultimately could take your life. Now, why does that happen? Well, one of the factors is that as we age, we make less redox signaling molecules. So when you have that damage, the call for help gets not as loud, right? It gets quieter and quieter and quieter as we age. And so the body's ability to detect where you have damage declines. This is why things start to creep up and become chronic. You have things that we see in adults that we don't see in kids because the body identifies it quickly when you're a child and doesn't when you're an adult. So you end up going to the doctor because something has gone past the cellular level into the tissues, the organs, the system of the body where you've now noticed it. So Asea has been able to stabilize active redox signaling molecules outside of the body. What does this mean? It means that you can now replenish your body's supply. So you can put your levels back up. It's like being able to fill the gas tank back up. So your body has the amount of signaling it had when you were young. All right, so what does this mean? What do these molecules do in the body? What is the function? I want you to understand this. The company itself will never do research on a specific health issue. So you might be wondering, is it going to help me with my Parkinson's, COPD, with my autoimmune issue, with my fill in the blank? I'm sure that's why you clicked this video. And I am sorry to disappoint, you will not see research on a specific health issue. The reason being, redox signaling molecules are non-specific. So these molecules are not targeted for heart cells. They're not targeted for cells in your stomach. Every cell in the body talks with redox. And so where you have damage and where I have damage is different. But when we drink this, the damaged cells in your body get detected. When I drink it, the ones in my body get detected. And so in that way, it's working with your body to figure out, okay, which cells are not doing what they're supposed to do, and let's replace them. So Asea, if they were to do research on just one issue, it'd be like playing one key on the piano. Yeah, they could play it, but why would you pigeonhole yourself when you can play all the keys? When this can touch so many things? And the way that things work in our world, the pharmaceutical industry, you go through research to target one specific issue. And it takes millions of dollars and a lot of time and a lot of studies. And Asea said, you know what, that doesn't make sense. We want to stay in the supplement category. And so they're considered a cell signaling supplement here in the US. And in the supplement category, they cannot make a claim like that. So what they can do is structure function studies. So you'll be able to see and connect the dots as to, well, if redox molecules do this in the system, and I have this going on, All I need to do is connect the dots. And I absolutely love, I have a book here by Dr. Lee Osler. He's on the medical board of the company. You can read this, and I love the name of it. It's called Redox Matters, Connecting the Dots Between Redox Biology and Health, because that's what you need to do. And if you look at some of their research, you'll see things like studies with mice that showed that it increased endurance in mice. So what might that mean for you? If you're a mom trying to keep up with your kids, if you're a grandparent trying to keep up with grandkids, if you're an athlete trying to get more out of your workouts. They have done studies, in fact, it's on the back of the bottle here, looking at healthy young people, their genetic expression. So redox molecules don't just communicate between cells, but inside of your cells. They're what turn on and activate. They upregulate genetic expression. So this study found it upregulated between 20 and 31% genes that help with your immune response, your inflammatory response, cardiovascular health, digestive enzyme production, hormone modulation. I mean, those 5 things, just what is going on in your system? Does that touch on one of them? Inflammation alone is the underlying cause of most disease and illness. And not only does it address it in that vein, but we also know it upregulates glutathione. This is a master antioxidant in the body. So what does that mean? Well, if that upregulates, glutathione helps you detoxify, it helps you deal with inflammation. So just connect the dots. What might that mean in your body? And this kind of leads me into, well, what are the side effects? What are the potential contraindications? How could this be detrimental to me? You can detox. Okay, and ultimately detox is actually a good thing, but it isn't always fun to go through. A small percentage of people, in my experience, it's about 5 to 10% of people that I work with actually notice the detox. They maybe get foggy headed, they might sweat, they might get a rash, they might have diarrhea, something that is, think about how your body can get rid of toxins. Anything it can do to expel it, that's a detox reaction. Just like after a deep tissue massage, right? They tell you, look, drink water because you need to detox out the lymph system and all the toxins and things that we've kind of, through the massage, gotten into the system. It's the same thing. This is just allowing this to come out of the body. Imagine if it stayed in your body, right? You don't want that and what that would ultimately lead to. We want to detox it out. There is absolutely nothing this can do to hurt you. So there's no toxicity. What's in this is in you. It's made from salt and water. Your cells are little sacs of saline, and the body is just incredible. It uses the sodium and chloride from salt and the hydrogen and oxygen from water, and it breaks apart those bonds and it just reformulates, creating different molecules, 2 to 4 atoms big, that are reductants and oxidants. And so once those reductants and oxidants are used, guess what they revert back into? Saline. So no toxic level can build up in your system. It's also impossible to be allergic to this because it's in you, it's in your plants, it's in animals, it's in your kids, it's in your parents, your neighbor. This is in all of us. Every living thing has redox. And the other thing is there have been no adverse events ever reported to Asea. There are no contraindications, which is key. That was a big question I had when I first came across this. If I'm taking a medication, will this contraindicate with that medicine or the supplement? No. That medicine, that supplement you're taking, it's already interacting with redox in your system. So there's nothing detrimental. You just have to maybe pay attention because if redox is going to the root of the issue, at the causal level it's repairing, well, the effect might go away. And a lot of medications are working at the effect level, right? The symptoms that are showing up. They're trying to mask that or manage that. They don't really ever get at the root of the issue and resolve it. Redox is going for the root, right? It's trying to interrupt the breakdown. It's trying to help the body repair. It's trying to help the body do what it did when it was young. So the decision really, if you use your critical thinking, there is no risk here for you. It cannot hurt you, and it might help you. And so I would say, look, whatever reason you clicked on this video, why ever you're interested in this, give it a try. I would give it at least 90 days. I think that's a good amount of time. That's where I've seen 90% of people, when they fill out their health tracker day 1 and they look back at it at 90 days, they're seeing shifts. All right. Now, what this doesn't do, I can't make you a promise. We don't know where it's going to work in your system, and you might not be consciously aware of where you have issues in your system. The redox, we know, and you can have faith, it will go where your body deems most necessary. If you want to be specific and targeted, I would encourage you to also get the redox gel. It's a more concentrated version, same stuff, but you can target where you put it. so that's nice to have a little bit of control in that way. All right, if you have watched this far in the video, you are eligible for a consultation with me. You can just send me a text message on WhatsApp. My number will be in the description. I would love to help you on this journey of learning to figure out, is this right for you? Is this something that you want to take, or a family member? I'm happy to do that with you. And I encourage you, if you've got questions, if you have thoughts, if you have experiences, please put them in the comments. I always watch them, I always respond. And I invite you to subscribe to this channel. I'm constantly, each and every week, giving new information on this technology and answering common questions, sharing stories, and I look forward to helping you on your journey.